Go ahead and find the end of your mat. Good. Open up your hands and just spend a moment here, just finding your breath. You can close your eyes. Find that breath in and out of your nose. Hear your breath in the back of your throat. Good. Try to think about sinking the shoulders back and down and let that breath come into your belly. Good. Take a breath up. Exhale. Bend your knees and soft fold down onto your legs. Knees are soft here. Good. Bring your hands above your knees and sink into a standing cow. So we're smiling with our spine, crown of the head toward the ceiling, tailbone toward the ceiling. Take a breath and curl that up into standing cow, chin toward your heart, tailbone toward your heels. And push yourself all the way up. Inhale up with your left arm. Exhale over to your right, leaning mountain. And we'll just switch here with our breath. Inhale and exhale, go the other way. And inhale. Good. Bring the hands into prayer. Step halfway back with your right leg. Take a breath and dive over that front leg. Stop where you need to. Legs stay straight. Maybe it's the floor. Maybe you need to just go to the shin right now. And step in. Bend your knees, support on those legs if you need to. Come all the way up. And come into prayer. Step halfway back with your left leg. Inhale up. And dive over that front leg. And step in. Hands are going to come up above the knees. Sink into your standing cow again. Up into cat. And roll all the way up. Big shoulder roll backward. And then take a big shoulder roll forward. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Step back with your right leg, high lunge. Good. Feel that stretch in the front of the back leg, shoulders right over the hips. Good. Now, bring your right hand to the floor, drop into your hips, and drop your right knee. Good. Now, take a breath, and on your exhale, revolve your lunge and lift your knee. Inhale and drop. Exhale, squeeze that back leg and come back down and lift and down, lift and down. Hands to the floor, step back to downward dog. Good. Go ahead and pedal with those heels if you want to. Feel the hips rise as the heels fall. When you're ready, make your way to plank. Make sure those shoulders are stacked right over your wrists. Press the fingertips into the floor, pull the belly in. Point your tailbone to your heels, not the ceiling. Inhale as you lower, sweep the body up into cobra or up dog. Cobra, we're going to bend the elbows a little bit. And push yourself back. Knees go wide, feet together. Reach for the top of your mat as you reach with your hips to the back. Child's pose. Reconnect to your breath here. Good. From here, take your way back to tabletop. And give me cat cow on your own, however you'd like, however fast or slow. Probably slower is better. Just get that spine moving. Good. Tuck your feet as you come into a neutral spine. Lift to downward dog. Roll the shoulders out of your ears. And step forward with your left leg. Now step halfway in with your right. So we're in a split leg fold. Take a breath. And on your exhale, rotate to your right. So it's like a baby triangle. And bring yourself to parallel. Inhale, bring the hands wherever you need them to be to straighten the spine. Standing extension. Take a breath, lift the ribs beyond the hips, and then exhale. See if you can drop your rib cage below your hips and fold. Good. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Roll the shoulders forward or backward, rather, and then forward. It's okay if you went the other way. Take a breath. You're going to lift your right arm and exhale over, leaning mountain. And then use your breath to go the other way. Take a breath here. And dive to the floor. And fold. Step back with your left leg. High lunge. And now bring your hand to the floor and drop your knee. Good. All right, take a breath. Exhale, revolve. And inhale, put it down. Exhale, revolve. And inhale, put it down. Exhale, revolve. And down. And up. And down. Step back to downward dog. Make your way to your plank. And chaturanga to up dog. And sit back. Enjoy that child's pose. Come up to your tabletop. And let's just do that cat-cow again. Just move with your breath, inhaling in the pose, exhaling through the pose. Feel that expansion of your back and your back body, your ribs as you breathe and in that inhale. And just one more wherever you're at. Good. Tuck your feet and go back to downward dog. Step forward with your right leg. Halfway in with your left. And we're just folding over that right leg. Now leave your right hand down. Take a breath and rotate up to your left. Inhale, step in and find your standing extension. Take another breath, lift the ribs off the hips. Exhale into your fold. Ah. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and we arrive back into mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and come to prayer. Good. Okay, we're going to get moving a little bit. Some of this we did earlier in the week. Remember to go at your own pace. All right, take a breath. We're going to balance on our left leg. Lift your right leg into single leg stand. And now extend that leg. Bring it in and extend. Bring it in and extend. Bring it in and extend. Take a breath. Set your foot all the way back. Big breath in high lunge. Take another breath here. And now we turn to warrior two. Set those shoulders right over your hips. Think about opening up your body toward the room in front of you, pulling toward the room behind you. Good. Shoulders out of the ears. Straighten your legs. We're going to go backwards first. Reverse triangle. And now exhale all the way over to triangle. Good. Now we're just going to repeat that. Come all the way up to reverse triangle. Squeeze through your legs and all the way down to triangle. Reverse triangle. Go slow. Take your time. Lots of core work in this. Down to triangle. Can we turn that heart a little bit more toward the ceiling? One more time, up. And one more time, down. Turn toward the top of your mat. You'll be in a lunge, and then step back to downward dog. Good, and if they're not already there, set your feet about shoulder width apart. Good, walk forward into plank. Good, you can drop your knees on this if you need to. One plank push-up, elbows right by your side, push back up. And now we're gonna go to downward dog. Walk your hands to your feet. So you should be at the back of your mat. Take a breath, bend the knees, and then hinge into chair. Shins and spine are in the same angle. Dive to the floor. So this is a soft fold here. And then walk into your plank again. One plank push-up. Downward dog, and walk it through all the way to your feet. Bend your knees. Unhinge into chair. Lock that core in tight. Chin off your chest. Look at the top of your mat or beyond. And soft fold. Come all the way out to plank. One plank push-up. Walk it back. Bend your knees. On your exhale, up into your chair. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. Soft fold. Walk out. And we're going down and up, chaturanga to up dog. Child's pose. Take some long, renewing breaths here. Good, reset to your tabletop, tuck your feet, lift to downward dog. Take your left leg up into three-leg dog, push that right heel down. Now swing that left leg all the way through, step forward, and then halfway in with the right, we're in that split fold again. Let your body just fall down the front leg. Now you can stay here or shift your weight into your left leg, lift that right leg into standing split. If you want to add a balance component, you can take that left hand and wrap it around your left calf. And step in, standing extension, exhale and fold. Unhinge. Good job. We're back up at mountain pose. Take a breath there. And we're going to balance on our right leg. Single leg stand. So wherever that knee comes up to, I want you to try to keep it there. Extend and bring it in. Extend and in. Extend and in. And one more. Extend and in. Step all the way back. Good. Come up into your high lunge. Take a breath and turn to warrior two. Good. Open up the body. Pull everything behind you. Shoulders out of the ears. Straighten your legs. We're going backwards first. Reverse triangle. Squeeze through your legs. And then inhale over to triangle. Push that top hip toward the ceiling. Good. Take a breath. Come all the way back up. And all the way down. Take your breath with you. Up. And back to triangle. All the way up. And back to triangle. Turn your body toward the top of your mat. You'll be in a lunge. And step back to downward dog. And find your plank. One plank push-up. Push all the way back. Walk back. Try to keep your legs straight. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, come up to chair. And soft fold. Walk out to plank. Remember, you can drop the knees if you need to. Plank push-up. Then walk all the way back. Legs are straight here. Now we bend the knees, unhinge into that strong chair. Soft fold. Walk forward into plank. And plank push-up. Walk back. Bend your knees. And chair. Soft fold. Walk out. Last plank push-up. Walk back. Bend your knees. Your final chair. Soft fold. Walk out to plank. And chaturanga to up dog. Woo, you did it. Child's pose. Knees apart, toes together. Reach for the top of your mat. Feel your shoulder blades reaching down toward your hips. And we'll go ahead and reset to tabletop. Tuck your feet. Lift your right leg to three-leg dog. Push that left heel down. When you're ready, step forward with that right leg. Halfway in with your left. Inhale. Split your fold. Let yourself melt over that front leg. And then you can stay there or change that to standing split. Lift the left leg. Shin goes, or forehead goes toward the shin. If you want a balance option, reach to the calf with that right hand. And let the feet come together. Inhale, standing extension. Has your standing extension moved? Mine started on my shins. Now I'm on the floor. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, unhinge. Go to ride and mountain pose. Take a breath. Well done. Inhale up. Bring your right arm behind you. Now take your left arm over your head and just gently pull. Find this distance right here. That should have gotten your heart rate up a little. So take a little bit of time here to just breathe into that. Good. And when you're ready, we're just going to bring that top hand down and then the other hand up. And release. Well done. All right, just reset yourself. Take a breath, roll your shoulders, grab those hands behind you. You're going to push your knuckles down toward the floor behind you. Squeeze your body open here. It's not really about leaning backward. Think about lengthening the front of your body. And we're going to hinge and fold here. If you would like to leave your hands behind you, you can. Not, you want to bring them to the floor again, you're welcome to do that. Take a breath, exhale, dive over. Good, release your arms. Good, now step all the way back with your right leg. Turn and go down the side of your mat. Good, I've just turned so that I can face you. Just enjoy this wide leg fold for a moment. Good. Now we're going to walk toward one leg. I don't care which one you walk toward. And you're going to fold into this leg. Now, I like to put my elbow on the floor and pull in. You do what you need to do. Come back to the center. And then we'll walk to the other side. Deep breaths here into your belly, into your back. Come back to the center. Unhinge. We're just going to take a breath here. Bring those hands back around right where they were. Roll your shoulders and then dive over again, lifting those arms up and over if you want to. If not, you can reach through the legs. Good, and we're all going to bring the hands to the floor. Walk toward the top of your mat and step back to downward dog. Lift your right leg into three-leg dog. Good, now take your right leg under you and put the blade of your foot at 9 o'clock. Open this up, this broken triangle. Good, come back to downward dog, back to three-leg dog. And now bring that right leg under you, crossing the midline of your body. So your heel should be over toward the left hip. Your right knee should be with your right hip. Top of your foot is on the floor behind you. Good. Now, if both hips are off the floor, that is great. But if that bothers a knee or an ankle or a hip, drop to your hip. But I want to keep pressing long with this back leg. Try to keep your body centered right over your knee. Flex your front foot to protect your knee. And if you'd like to hinge forward with that, you can. But remember, our weight does not go forward over our shin. We want to keep it pushing back into the back leg, thinking about dropping our hips down. If you want to imagine that you have a yoga mat rolled up underneath you and you're pressing on that. Okay, breathe, enjoy this stretch. Good, sit yourself up. And have a seat on your right hip if you're not already there. Take this left leg, the one behind you, wrap it around. Good, and we're going to sit up tall. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you, you can take your bottom leg and straighten that and see if that's a little better for you. Just take some breaths here. Good. I care more about your posture here than how far you can turn. Good. Take a breath. You're going to bring your left arm behind you. You can just hang on to your leg like I'm doing here. You can also reach through, and you can also take that hand all the way over and up. Do what works for you. Don't sacrifice your posture. So try to get a sense of your crown of your head lifting as your tailbone sinks down. Lengthening the spine, breathe into that space you're creating. Good, and come back around. Now from here, we're just gonna come back up to a standing extension. So watch me. I'm just gonna push forward to my knee, hands to the floor, and I'm in my standing extension. If you need to go to downward dog or something like that first, that's okay. We'll wait for you. When you're ready, make that into a fold. And unhinge. Good. Take a breath. Exhale into prayer. Good. Inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. And now you're going to step back with your left leg, turn down the left side of your mat. Good. Just enjoy that wide-legged fold for a moment. Good. Now, if you can remember which leg you went to first last time, let's go to the other leg first this time. But if you don't remember, that's okay. Let's just sink. Come back to the center, take a breath. Now exhale as you journey to the other side. And come back to the center. Unhinge. Roll those shoulders open. Grab behind you. Exhale, hinge over. Again, if you don't want to do the arms, you can reach through your legs. Push down through the feet as you pick up through the hips. Release your hands, and we're going to walk to the top of our mat and step back to downward dog. Lift your left leg into three-leg dog. Push your right heel down. Good. Now swing your left leg through to 3 o'clock. Turn that right foot, open up, broken triangle. Turn back, go back to three-leg dog. And now bring that left leg under you for pigeon. Again. So my left heel is in front of my right hip, and my knee is in front of my hip. I'm crossing the midline of my body. I'm up off both hips. If you need to modify, bring it down, but try to keep that back leg reaching as much of the top of your leg on the floor as you can, and sink this forward. Breathe. Good. We're going to sit up from there. If you're not already on your left hip, go ahead and get there. Take your right leg around. Now find your posture. So there's a sense of pushing both sit bones down into the floor. Take some moment to get that posture. Again, modify with that straight leg on the bottom if you need to. And we're going to take the right hand behind us. You can just hang on to your leg. You can reach through. Or if you'd like, you can reach across. Remember, you don't have to do what you did on the other side. Breathe into this twist. Every spot that you feel, whether it be in your hip or your back or even your shoulder, breathe into that. Good, release. And now from here, watch if you need to. I'm just going to release that twist, push myself forward into kneeling, and then just step up. And this time I'm going to bend my knees and start in a soft fold. Good. Now I'm going to take my arms behind me from here if you want to. Take a breath, lift those legs, make them straight, and exhale, dive down your legs. We're going out the way we came in. Good. Release your arms to the floor and have a seat. Bring your feet into bound pose. Good. Now, if you'd like to, you can fold that, bringing the elbows forward of the shins. Try not to crunch up your neck. Keep space between your chin and your chest. Good. Now, I want you to, we're going to go to easy pose, or you can go to half lotus. So you can take your right leg in front or take your right leg on top. Good. Find your posture, find your sit bones. We're going to take the right arm up here and just set it as flat as you can on your back. And reach up, grab hold of that elbow. Inhale, look up, press into that arm. Good. Now we're going to come down Turning the heart toward your front leg, dive over that front leg. Keep your opposite hip on the floor. And sit up. And we'll just switch our legs here. So now my left leg is going to be in the front or on top. And bring your arm up. Flatten it to your back. Sit up tall. Push back with your head. And now inhale. Turn the heart toward your front or top leg. Exhale and dive over that leg. Take the opposite hip and push it down. Good. Grab your legs. We're rolling back. Just take some time here to roll back and forth from hip to hip. Good. Now with your whole body, roll to one side. Everything. Good. Now take a breath and then exhale and open up the top of your body the opposite way. Breathe into your back here. Could bring your legs back to center. And we'll roll everything to the other side. Take a breath and then exhale. Open that up. Come back to the center, feet to the floor. And then if you'd like to extend out into rest pose, corpse pose, you can. Keep those knees bent. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths here. Let your jaw relax. Let's start at the legs. Let your feet become heavy. And just journey on your own now through your legs, letting every joint release. Feel the muscles around your bones relaxing toward the floor. When you arrive at your hips and lower back, release your glutes. Feel your breath going through the body all the way to your belly. Now travel up your spine as you feel your back just melting toward the floor. Let your shoulder blades spread out. Feel the back of your shoulders release. And then take some time to take that feeling down your arms, all the way to your fingertips. Feel the back of your neck relax toward the floor. And one more time, pay attention to your jaw. Let your tongue fall back into your mouth. Feel the muscles of your face soften. Begin feeling your body in contact with the floor. Take some long, deep breaths. Maybe you can find a yawn. Now wiggle your fingers and toes. And if you're ready, roll to one side. And then join me seated. Good. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, bring the hands all the way down, fingertips to the floor. Roll your shoulders open, lift your heart. Inhale here. And exhale. And inhale up. And exhale again into heart center. And you guys, God bless you. Namaste. Have a spectacular day. Awesome job, everybody. Everybody have a great day.
Awesome. Awesome.